Welcome to Cackling in the Void.
I'm Kaylee.
And I'm Ashley.
Let's see if the void echoes back today.
We're two best friends who's diving deeper into the void, covering chapters 65 and 66 of Iron Flame, which are the final chapters of this book. We've done it, you guys. We made
Let's
it.
Go!
Also,
Woo!
I full-heartedly thought you were going to say my name is Ashley, and I was like, I'm Kaylee, apparently. Like, I fully was about to be so committed to being Kaylee. I don't know why. I just really thought I was going to say my name is Kaylee. Like, I was so ready for it in my soul.
My name is Ashley.
And my name is Kaylee.
And welcome to Cackling in the Void. We're two best friends. Sorry, I'm not going to do the whole thing.
But we did it, you guys. We made it to the end of the book. Everybody cheer. This was a long, long book, but we did it.
Let's go. I mean, congratulations to everybody. Ashley only found it boring 95% of the time. And now that we're at the end, really ramping it up, that energy, huh?
Woo! But yes, congratulations to everybody. You all finished the book.
We
you
all
finished
made
it with us.
We did it. And thank you guys so much for like following along and like joining us for our review section. I know that we are us. I mean, that's all I can say about it.
We're us. We're chaotic, but loving and caring.
Yeah, but we loved doing this, and honestly, the last two chapters, I feel like we definitely had a debate of whether or not we wanted to split these chapters up or put them together or do something separate. So just like a precursor, obviously, if you followed along with the review section, one of these chapters is the ending chapter of the book, and then we jump into Xaden's POV of what happens. So just so that if there's like any confusion, quotes in quotes,
Yeah.
So just so that we're very clear on that, but we decided to lump these two together because I do think they go well.
I think
together.
we did. Yeah, they did.
I do think that they go well together. We're jumping right into chapter 65, starting off with obviously
the wyvern volleys.
Yep. Mm-hmm. You got that. Mm-hmm.
The wyvern bodies are falling.
Yes, they are.
The sky is falling.
The sky. What is it? It's not raining cats and
Chicken
dogs.
Little's
it's
not a great
raining
movie.
wyvern. It's true.
It's true. And
yeah, we're right in the middle of the battle. They finally got the wards up. The wyvern bodies are falling.
And the venom are running. Like, they're scared and they're kind of running now.
Yeah, because, at this point, once the wards are fully powered, part of their power is lost. According to Jack, obviously, you can find Kaylee boring in the first 0.52 freaking seconds of our podcast. Aww. It's cool, though. Although Ashley, I will admit, has been doing so much better.
Thank you.
I think that I know I'm so obnoxious about it. I'm so sorry to everybody, but I love making fun of Ashley.
I mean, it's so fair. I'm very.
It's one of my
easy to
joys in life.
Yeah.
I mean, Ashley makes fun of me all the time. So the me and Ashley are each other's biggest bullies. I don't know.
It's true. It's very true.
I think we bully Avery the most, though. We love you, Avery. Thank you so much.
We love you, Avery. You're the best man's man. Kaylee was not expecting me to say that. It was right there, Kaylee. It was such an obvious segue to that.
You're right.
I wrote Kaylee, and for context, Avery's not a man's man, but they are a man's man. But I really wrote Kaylee. She was not expecting that. So while Kaylee's dying, if you notice my background, it's because we're currently having our Stranger Things seasons special that we're covering every single season for 5 episodes starting December 31st, which I know is happening as this is released. I just don't know exactly when this is released. So I hope you enjoy. Tune in on Wednesdays because it's fun and we're really excited. It's our first TV segment, so I'm excited. Kaylee, you okay now? Nope.
I'm very excited. No, I'm not okay.
Well, as we get back into the book, I'll let Kaylee kind of do her own feelings over there.
I'm very excited for the Stranger Things episodes. I just want to say that before.
I'm so glad that you're excited, Kaylee. I'm also very excited. But jumping back into the book, as Kaylee's still laughing, we, and Darna's like, please forgive me. And, Violet's like, forgive her. Like, I'm confused. Like, my mom made a choice. Like, this is not on you. This is not your fault. And Mira and Brennan are sobbing, and Brennan covers her mom's body with, like, his flight jacket. You feeling better, Kaylee?
I am, yes. I looked at a dog and I was, oh my God, he's so cute. I cannot help it. He's so cute.
So cute. And, he, Violet.
Brennan
sorry,
covers.
I'm there. Yeah.
There you go.
And, Taryn tells her, like, you live today and you'll live tomorrow. Like, you'll live to see tomorrow. You're gonna be okay. Like, you're alive. And Violet's just like, everything's a blur. Like, nothing is like, there. Like, I mean, Kaylee's still dying. It's okay. And,
I'm so sorry. I know this is a really inappropriate moment.
and,
I mean, you have to admit that it kind of is. It's just like,
it is.
oh yeah, the wyvern bodies are falling from the sky, and Violet's mom's dead, and she's broken because she doesn't know how she feels about her mom because there's obviously some unresolved feelings.
Oh,
there.
for sure. And now Kaylee's just dying. Are you still dying over the man's man? Yep. And, she's...
I love Avery.
Yeah, I know. It's okay. We love you, Avery. Our editor is the best. And, she's like kind of checking like her bonds and things, and Xaden's alive, but his shields are like fully up. Like, no one can get down. Like, they're fully up. And Dane appears in her face, and she's like, wow, Dane. Like, just kind of like, Dane's just kind of there. And he's like, oh my gosh, like, are you okay? And like instantly tries to reach for her, but then he like, oh wait, like, no, don't touch her.
I'm glad that he stops himself.
I am too.
Good job, self-control.
Good job. We really appreciate that. Look at that character growth.
Yeah.
And
I mean, is it character growth or is it just actually respecting somebody's boundaries?
But for that, I do argue the point that respecting somebody's boundaries.
Respecting somebody's boundaries is character growth? Is that what you're going to tell me right now?
Yeah, especially from book 1. Absolutely. Anyway.
Bare minimum, but yes.
I know. I agree it is bare minimum, but
I'm just letting everybody know it's literally the bare minimum to respect people's boundaries.
I agree. And then all of a sudden he's like shoved to the side, and Rhiannon's like, move! And it's like, Violet, you did it! And it's so excited. But I really do, in my head, just see her just running full force and shoving him aside and going, you did it! Like, we love Rhiannon.
Absolutely.
And
get the fuck out of my way, bitch.
That's talking about my best friend.
Yeah, I was like, I need to talk to my fucking best friend right now. Move. That's
so valid of her, though. Literally.
I'm sorry. Like, could you imagine us at the end of that?
Oh God! Everybody move!
Yeah. No. Literally, I would push. I would push people. I would.
Yeah.
There's no doubt
for
about
sure.
it. I would push.
It'd be like, move! Get out of my way! You did it! It'd be so exciting.
Me tapping Avery. I'm so sorry. I know you guys are like having a moment, but like, ugh.
I'm like, so sorry. I need to steal her for a second.
So I'm really sorry. I'm gonna give her back. Debrief. Like 5 minutes. 5 minutes turns into like 4 hours. Okay, here you go. You can have her back now. I am done. Thank you.
But it's really funny because I feel like we do that in real life, just in the sense of something will happen in real life, and it's just it's fine. We can wait, and then immediately, Kaylee, we need to debrief. Like, right.
I'm so sorry. I cannot wait. I thought I could, and now I cannot. I really thought that like we could do that, but no, we can't. It's impossible.
No, we can't. It's okay. And then, or like, obviously we do not we are not together very often because she lives 2,000 miles away from me. Technically, I live 2,000. I'm the one that moved. I live 2,000 miles
Yeah,
away
I was
from
gonna
her.
say, I was like, it's not my fault, bitch.
Yeah, I'm the one that moved. We were like 3 miles apart, and now I'm 2,000 miles away.
You fucking loser. But then
I know.
again, we didn't get close until after you moved.
No, we really didn't. It was after I moved. We started calling because we said, well, we did read books together. And
Yes, we did.
then
We
we were like,
read a
oh,
lot
let's
of books.
call. And then we started calling every day for
Oh yeah, because
hours
I don't
talking about the
fucking
books.
text. Ashley knows that I don't text. Even
No, she was
now.
texting me for like a whole hour the other day.
I was
and
doing real good.
So happy.
I was doing real
She
good.
was doing great. I was like, Kaylee, I really needed you in this moment, and I'm so happy that you were doing this for me. And I'm gonna make you do that again in a couple weeks.
I mean, no, it'll be like
next week.
I guess like a week and a half.
Yeah. And so that happens.
Yes, it happens all the time.
We do call all the time. Oh, yes. And then we were talking about books. And because our first book that we read was Lunar Chronicles. Technically, you read it, but that was our first.
I did because I was like asking for book recommendations.
I was like, why not this one?
I mean,
it was a fun, cute little series.
Yeah. It was a fun, cute little series. Very, very YA. Like, I think like this is like a 6th grade, 7th
that's
grade,
about when I read it.
Like, read.
That's when I read it. So
there's nothing wrong with YA novels. I'm just gonna throw it out there. A lot, like, some YA novels are really fun, and I actually really, really enjoyed the Lunar Chronicles for what it was. Yeah, like, I thought, honestly, like, I thought it was like a fun YA novel.
Yeah,
like, and also, like, the series was so extensive. I also really did enjoy that.
Yeah, because it's the 4 books plus the 2 extra books.
Yeah, plus the 2 prequels.
Yeah. Well, one of them's a sequel, one of them's a prequel.
That's right. I mean, I'm pretty sure I read all of them.
Yeah, I did too. But it was just, it's
now
fun...
I'm like thinking,
you're like, hold on a minute. Yeah. I read that series in middle school, and I just thought it was a fun series. And it was
And I was asking people, oh, like, what's your guys' favorite, like, books to read? Like, what's your favorite series so
and
far
at that point,
read?
like, I loved reading, but it takes so much to get me into a book.
Yeah,
and that was, like,
but
the
also
only
it's like
series
when you're
really
going
finished.
through school, like, I don't, I mean, I'm speaking for myself because I know that a lot of people don't have a hard time doing that. And
oh, it's so hard.
Like, they don't have a hard time doing that, and like, that's just like a thing. I apologize. See, I created a monster.
Oh my god!
I did.
Look at his face.
Yeah, look at it. You are very handsome, sir.
He's so
very
little.
handsome.
He's so
very
cute.
soft.
He looks so little too.
I brush him a lot. He is little compared to all of our other dogs, but he's still bigger than.
Okay. So, like, not a Maltese, but not an Eclipse.
No, I would say about the size of I'm so sorry. I just, for some reason, wanted to call him I was like, I just wanted to call him Rocket, and I was like, that's not his fucking name. It's not his
I have a dog in California named Comet. I have a Comet, Eclipse, and Crescent.
Yeah, I would say he's like around the same size or like a little bit bigger. So, like,
Comet's
like small.
a brick, bro.
Yeah, like, that's what I mean. Like small, but not necessarily small. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
Like
yeah.
like he is technically considered a small dog, but he's on like the larger side of the small dogs. Like, he's not He's not a teacup. Like, I still need 2 hands to pick him up.
Okay, so yeah, Comet size.
Yeah.
Comet's just a brick. He's lost weight apparently, but he still looks like I think he's just how his weight sets on him.
It's like
he just looks like a brick.
He's not like heavy. I would say that he's like most 15 pounds. Like, he's not like a brick, but he's tall. Like, I would say like
Comet's short and like.
Yeah, like I would say like he's like tall, but he's still like pretty compact. But like,
that's how cute. But he's just so cute.
Yeah, I mean, he can fit on my whole chest. So like he's like a small big dog.
Does he lay on your chest?
When I force him to. Sometimes
Oh.
me. I because I am the way that I am with dogs and everything, I don't know if he's ever been cuddled like that. I'm going to be real honest. But it's a me thing.
I mean, I force my dogs to do that.
I need that. But also,
Well, I forced Eclipse. Comment was
I
already
I
against
think
that.
that he cuddles their daughter. I think their daughter cuddles him.
Oh, good.
Yeah, just like by the way that they said goodbye. It was, first of all, them saying goodbye to Bruno was actually really cute. It was um but also yeah, I think that maybe she cuddles him because she hugs him.
Oh. I mean, how could you not hug that dog?
Yeah. I mean personally, I don't know how you can't hug your personal dog. I also did. I mean, I know he's not allowed, but I just want something close to me. I need it. It's a thing, you know. If I
He's so
can't
cute.
have mine, then, you know, I have to have somebody else's.
Yeah.
But yeah. And also, he's just so cold. It's so cold here. We need to
Obviously.
cuddle for warmth.
You know, the whole 18 degrees here.
Yeah, you know, it's cold here. It's
It's
51
technically 53
degrees.
degrees. Yeah, that's actually really cold for
It's
California.
51 degrees.
It gets chilly.
It's so cold here, okay? Yeah, it is.
I mean, once it gets into the
says-
50s, that it has a pretty big wind chill.
Yeah.
But
the bite is slightly different. But
sadly,
anyway, let's
getting back into the book, even though
see.
even though we love our
push,
side tangents.
we would push somebody to get to our best friend immediately.
Yes, we would.
We
In
would
a nutshell,
absolutely
that's what
push
we, yeah, as
somebody
you just
over.
saw,
Yeah. In
we
a
debriefed
nutshell,
over literally a really dumb debrief.
I'm so sorry.
We
got
started
distracted.
debriefing about our debrief.
Yeah. So sorry. Got distracted.
And Rhea is immediately like, wow, like, you should have seen them. They were falling like dead weights, like, just, and Venom got scared and were running. Like, leadership is tracking them down, but they were just falling.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's like, everybody's okay. Like, Riddick and Sawyer, like, Imogen, everybody's okay. And Rhea, like, picks up on what's going on. Like, because her siblings are also crying. Violet's like, you know.
Yeah. Like, I mean, because it's
staring.
also like, Violet just seems so distant, and like you can tell just by her demeanor and the way that she's like talking that something happened.
Yeah.
You know?
And Violet explains what happened, and she's like, well, to put the warts up, we needed to imbue, and, you know, kind of explains what happens. And Rhea immediately pulls her into a hug, and Violet breaks down, and she's like, I don't care if it's showing emotion.
Yeah,
like,
she openly is like, you know, I know that it's shameful, and I know that this is not what she wants, and that it like breaks the decorum, basically. Like,
yeah, because it's a big thing. Like, you're not supposed to show emotion as a writer, but I love how she does, and like, you see it in her squad. They show emotion, and I love it.
Oh, absolutely. Like, I feel like that's the thing that sets them apart from a lot of other squads, is the emotional connection and the emotional ties that they have to each other.
And
I think
also,
is much
we don't
more
see
than
much of the other squads because
no,
obviously
we don't.
this is Violet's point of view. So maybe they are the same, and we're just seeing it from Violet's point of view. But from what we've seen from Violet's point of view, they are not like this.
Yeah.
And, you know, Violet also openly admits, like, the tears help feel like the world's no longer spinning, and like the first wave of shock is gone. Like, I feel better. And that's why it's like, everybody, you can cry. It's okay. It makes you feel better most of the time.
Yeah. I mean, here's the thing, is anytime you're bottling something up, it's gonna hurt. Like, if you think of it as, sometimes like you should think of it as like a fermentation bottle. I don't know if you guys have ever made pickles or kombucha or like ginger soda or something like at home. But when
I
you
love kombucha.
Something
And pickling.
The jar, you fill up the jar and the jar doesn't seem that full, you know. the jar doesn't seem that full, and then you sit around, and then it builds pressure and pressure and pressure and pressure and pressure, and then by the time it opens, it pops. And so it's
Yep.
when you cry just every once in a while, like a little bit to like let it out, that's what you should consider like burping the jar. Like till you're releasing some of that pressure so it doesn't explode when you open it. And I think that like that's something that a lot of people lose in their relationships is letting it out like little by little, and then instead of like having this really big like blowout thing that turns into so much more than it really ever needed to be because you just bottling that up. But
Yeah. And it's a hard habit to like not do. Like it's easier just to
absolutely.
like it's
It's
fine. I'll
easier
think
said
about
than
it
done.
later.
Yeah,
And
for
it's I'll
sure.
think about it later. It's fine.
Yeah. But
And
I
she
think
immediately
it's really important, especially here right now, for Violet to do that. You
yes.
know,
And it's also like
because
I think it's also
this is the
important
second
for
big
her to show the emotion
yeah,
because others around her could see and it's like, hey, look, like it's okay. Like
yeah,
breaking the norm
breaking
is
that
hard and
stigma.
fucking sucks. But it's breaking the stigma, breaking the norm is really important. And like it's important to see her do it because now others maybe slightly like maybe the quantum's going to start shifting because we've seen a shift in her squad alone
Absolutely,
where
yeah.
everybody's able to show emotions, they're able to talk about their feelings, and we see like Imogen, Bodhi, Garrick, and like well I guess Bodhi and Garrick aren't, or no, Garrick's not in the squad anymore, but we're lumping them in. Quinn,
Yeah,
I almost called her Siphon, Sloane, you know, everybody that's in her squad, they all start off not really showing emotions but anger. And as we kind of go, we see them showing more emotions and breaking their own walls down. And so it's really interesting to see it happening within her own squad. And I am really curious to see how, like, by the end of this series, where this is going to be for the entire school.
Yeah, especially because there's no way, because she will. Sorry. I had to stop. I just realized what section we were in. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we're not in spoiler section. We're not in spoilers. Would you like to write it down?
No, it's okay. It's not an actual like something we should talk about. It was just the other thing.
I know
but
exactly
I think
what
it's
you're
really
about to
important. I think it's really important that you're right that she does do it, and that, but also not only that is to have the like connection with your best friend.
Yeah, for sure. And
I mean, even Ree does ask like, "Oh, is Zayden okay?"
Like, and she's like, "Well, what do you need?"
Yeah.
Like immediately, like, "What do you need? What can I do? Like, I'm here to help." And she's like, and Violet immediately is like, "I need to be able to set eyes on Taryn, and I need to see Zayden. Like, I need to be able to make sure they're okay." And Taryn is like in the front, and he, because of that, like they're kind of passing to get there. She passes through like Melgren and Devera, and just like everything that's been happening. And she does say, she's like, there's no chance that leadership can hide this. They're dropping all over the kingdom. It's only a matter of hours before Navarian citizens know they've been lied to. No wonder they want us to return.
Yeah.
And she gets there, and then also so like she kind of goes through it, and she's like sees it, and she's like, it's like a graveyard. Like there's dragons, there's wyvern, and like
there's dragon, there's
everywhere.
wyvern, there's people, there's injured everywhere. But then not only that is like she's walking through this, for what she calls a graveyard, but then you also see people around cheering. You see people around happy, elated, hugging their friends, having, joy because they technically they won that battle. They won. And for many people,
the words are up.
Yeah, I mean, it's also it is important that Violet lets out that emotion because it is the only, like, the second battle that she's ever been a part of. And for most people, this is the first battle that they've ever been a part of.
Yeah.
And so this, monumentally a big deal.
Yeah.
And so, it is interesting to see the dichotomy of what's going on between everybody cheering and being so elated and excited. And then you're looking around and you're seeing death, destruction, and it surrounds you.
Yeah. And
And
she gets over to Taryn and stuff, and she's like,
mhm,
"You two need to catch up right now
yeah,
because
because
now we
and
know that Andarna's the seventh breed,
mhm.
and Taryn does not know." And so she's like, "Yeah, you two need to catch up. Go, go catch up."
Yeah, she's like, you guys have to talk. We can't do that. And obviously I think Violet is correct. I don't think that if they are bonded to the same person and they are tied together for
Forever.
conceivably the rest of Violet's life.
So then the rest of Taryn's life.
Yes. So, you know, it's a big deal. You guys should
Mm-hmm.
talk about that. And I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah. And Violet asks, because she reaches to Gale, who's at the edge, like, because
Mhm.
Zayden's at a cliff thing.
Yes.
And there's a ravine. Then there's the ledge where
Yeah.
Zayden is. And then Sigale's guarding him. And she's
For
like,
some
hey,
reason
like,
I just picture the Grand Canyon, which is really weird.
oh, yeah, no, I do too. But like snowy
Yeah.
and like
Mhm.
a ravine.
Yep.
And
But like a
she's like,
really big one. Like
yeah,
a
yeah, yeah, yeah.
really, really, really big one.
Yeah. And she's like, oh, are you going to let me pass? And Sigale, who, again, we haven't heard much this book. I know we don't normally, but I do love hearing Sigale because she's lovely. And
Yeah, she's not
she's not what, Kaylee?
uh I love the fact that we get to hear it and she's not necessarily just like she wants to do it. Like she's not reluctant
Yeah,
to
yeah,
speak
yeah.
to her.
And because normally she is. And so it's
Yeah.
interesting to see her not. And then, she does say, she's like, you fought well today. And, Violet's like, thank you. Like, you did
Which
too.
is one of the first compliments that Sigale ever
Ever.
gives Violet.
Yeah. And she's like, yes, well, I'm expected to. I love Sigale. And
I just like the way that Sigale says that, like I'm expected to. Like she can't like almost like Sigale can't take a compliment and she's
mm-hmm.
like it's just like why did you of course I did. I'm
Yeah,
expected
I'm
to.
expected to. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like that's how I
Like
really
baffling. Yeah.
like felt like it. I was like, okay, Sigale, just take the fucking compliment. It's okay, girl.
Literally. It's okay. She can
Like
compliment you.
it's okay.
Um
You guys can have this moment right
and
now.
and she does say she like moves so she could see Zayden.
Hmm.
And she does say she's like, be careful of your words. And Violet's like, that's ironic coming from you.
Yeah.
Which love that. I love that. I
Yeah.
really do like Sigale and Violet's relationship. I think it's quite funny.
I
I think
do.
it's fun.
I think it's fun. It's quite funny. Um, it's definitely interesting, and I like that they do have a lot more contact than a lot of other writers do
Yeah.
because it's not appropriate to talk to other people's dragons.
Yeah.
Like other people's dragons don't talk to you. So I do think that it's fun seeing their relationship build and progress as the books have gone on.
Yeah. Um, and so she walks over to Zayn and he's like, I killed him. Like, he's in the ravine and I'm just kind of waiting. Now I keep watching the river like he's gonna pop back up. Even though
Hmm.
I know he's miles downstream by now. And,
Yeah. I mean,
you know,
he's like he kills him. He says that he broke the bonds that he had over him.
mm-hmm. And he, um, and she's like, hey, like, I'm sorry I wasn't here. And he's like, I'm not. You saved everybody. Like, I'm not.
Yeah. But
Um,
also like it's sometimes it's like that catch 22. Like when he said that line, I immediately was like, yeah, no. If I went through something like that, I would not want the person I love to be there.
yeah, for sure. Like, that's a lot. Fighting someone like that, that's a lot.
Like yeah, I was like, yeah, like even like with what Violet was doing, I think it was good that they were separate. I think they
Yeah,
needed to do that
I agree.
separately,
I agree. I agree. And, she's like, my mother saved us. And kind of starts explaining, like, what happened with her mother.
Yeah.
And he says, like, I'm so fucking sorry. And she's like, why would you be sorry? Like, she killed your father. And then he says, like, I didn't want her dead. I could never want anyone you love dead. And so sorry.
I immediately I love that quote.
I love that
I'd
quote
never want
so much.
anybody that you love dead. I would never want that for you, because I think the ramifications of what that would do to her, because he's so deeply, tragically in love with her.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah,
He really is.
and that is what it is. He's so deeply, tragically in love with her, and regardless of who it is, he would never want her to lose anybody that she loves, because he knows that who she loves is great, and
Yeah.
there's a vast amount of people that she loves.
Yeah. And you know, um she kind of says like, "Hey, Milgren wants us to come back." And then he says, "Then we'll come back. Erasha's words are already weakening, and these are intact, which you'll explain to me later, right?" And like, because he doesn't know how she did it, and she's like, "I'll explain." Um, and he is like, "Good. Um, it's safer for you here. This is where we should be." And then he kind of like starts, like the nervous chuckling, like
Yeah.
that is like, "You won't be as scared under the full wards." And Violet's like, "What?" Like, I've just fought. I really actually like her comeback. She's like, "I just fought an entire Wyvern army, dark wielders, and raised wards, losing my mother in the process. Please do tell me what could possibly be scarier than that."
You love me.
Yeah, you love me.
I'm really sorry. I loved that line. I really did, because the
What one? We just went through like 4.
yeah, the "you loved me." I
Okay.
liked that, because I thought that was a very appropriate thing to put right there, because she's like listing off all of these things, but like in the end, we know that is gonna be the worst thing.
Yeah. But it's also really interesting because for me, I see it as a double-sided coin where it's, yes, he's telling her, like, "You love me, and that's what you should be scared of." But it's also him trying to convince himself that she still loves him.
Yeah. And that's
It's a
why
very
that's why
interesting
she
line.
says that's why he says it,
Yeah.
because he's like, yes, saying that like, oh, like, I love you too, almost, but it really is that like deep sinking feeling of, does she? Can she? Will she?
Yeah. And she's like, "What happened? What did you see?" Yeah, literally. Like, "What did you see? What did he tell you?" And she's like, "What?" Like, in her head, she's like, "I've never seen Zayden this shaken. Like, why is he so
Yeah.
shaken?" And he has not looked at her in the face this entire time. And he finally, like, drags his gaze up to meet hers. And, all she can, like, she describes it as, like, that uh, when he finally does, her hand grips on his, and it's like, "No, that single word is all I could think, feel, scream internally as I stare up at the man I'm hopelessly in love with." And he says, "Me, you should be scared of me," because he has a red rim around his eyes. The fucker turned venom.
Half of me, I know this is gonna sound real bad. I don't think that he should have. I personally don't think that she should have written the word "me." I think that it would have been a lot more powerful if we would have just gotten the "he looks" and then the feeling is taken over by the word "no" and nothing is said. I just think that it would have been a more powerful scene if that wasn't part of it. Just because I feel like
Show don't
adding
tell.
"me" right after the "you love me" part, it seemed a little
Redundant.
cheesy.
Mm.
Like I did feel like we were transported back into Twilight at the same time. It's the, "Are you scared of me?" Here's the thing is, like, I make a lot of Twilight references, but I've only ever seen bits and pieces, and I've never actually read the book, because I could not get through I couldn't get through the first chapter. I literally wanted to gouge my eyes out. That's so sorry.
I have not read it either, or seen the movies.
I know that a lot of people are Twilight fans, and I'm really sorry to disappoint you guys that I'm not a Twilight fan, but I'm not either. I'm so sorry.
But actually, I know that we were talking about it when we were doing our...
Unfortunately, I grew up on bigotry and heathenistic books.
But no, that's why I nodded yes immediately. Yeah, I know.
You really
Yes.
can't say anything because
I know. I did the same thing. Anyway, but I know we talked about it last night. I do like this scene, like, and how it kind of
loved
played
it.
out,
Yeah.
like the
Mhm.
and because I do like the you won't be scared under the words because we get his nervous chuckling. We get his nervous, like,
Yeah.
little things.
Because,
And then
like,
I do like her response of, like, please tell me what's scarier than all of that. Because I
yeah.
just did all these things. What can be scarier than that? You know, and I
Yeah.
love how it's that still.
But it's also the idea of, like, their relationship has changed forever.
Yeah.
Period. Like, it is undeniable.
Yeah.
And that is what that is, and it's kind of crazy.
And that's the end of the book.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I was like, and it's kind of crazy that she just like ends the book right there. She's like, he turned venom, end. That's it.
But also, I feel like I know that this isn't the non-spoiler section, so I'm not going to say spoilers. Do you think that this cliffhanger or Onyx is worse? I feel like Onyx is almost worse.
Yeah, I would say that.
And I know that we're actually having to sit with Onyx, and that might make it worse just in general, because we got to kind of segue right into Onyx, but I feel like Onyx is just bigger.
I also think
But also, I
that
don't know. This is non-spoiler.
I also think that this one probably doesn't feel like we were left on such a cliffhanger because of where Xaden's POV chapter picks up, comparatively to where Onyx's. I mean,
Onyx didn't have a Xaden chapter.
No.
At the end.
And that's the thing. That's what I was like trying to, I was like, does that count as a spoiler?
No,
okay,
that's
great.
fine. Onyx does not have a Xaden chapter at the end like we're used to.
Onyx does not have a Xaden POV chapter, so there's not a really clear segue into what's going to happen. Where like this one, for some reason, the way that I view this is when the movie ends and then they roll the credits and then you have like the little scene after the credits to like tease the next thing. That's what this chapter was.
Yep.
For me, I was like that is what I felt like this chapter was. And so that's why I feel like this one wasn't nearly as big as because we had like such like a large segue into what really is going to happen and like I don't know, basically the plot of the next book.
Yeah, that's true. But jumping into chapter 66, which is Xaden's POV, which is very exciting. I love seeing different POVs, and so this is really exciting I love really when we enjoyed this one. And so now we're kind of jumping a little bit back in time, and we're seeing the battle that happened with him and the sage, which we do end up finding out that he is a general in it. Yes. So we haven't even seen a sage yet.
I still. I'm sure we're going to talk about it. I still don't know the difference between a general and a sage.
I don't either. I think sage is higher up. General like works for a sage.
Yeah, you think?
I think so.
Okay.
And
I mean, it sounds believable. I just
thank you. I said it with confidence.
You did. You said it with confidence. So I was like, I mean, that's why I was like, yeah,
of course, Ashley.
Mm-hmm, yeah,
sure. So it starts with Xaden like literally being like in the air. And, like, hanging suspended, like, feet above the battle. Like, he's not just, like, a couple inches. Like, he's feet above the battlefield. Yeah. And he's, like, frozen. And his power is locked uselessly inside me. He is on the edge of burnout. And he's like, I don't have enough strength to wield. And, like, the sage is kind of playing around. And he's like, he wore me down for fucking fun. And I like that line. I really like that line.
Yeah, like...
He's just toying with me. It's a predator playing with his prey. With his food. And he, I know we've heard about about burnout and stuff, but I don't know how, but the difference of how they described it in this chapter, I was like, wow, that seems really painful.
I mean, do you have the quote of it? I'm sure you do. It's right there.
See.
It honestly was a really good quote to hear, like, what it felt like, because it was really interesting because, like, the general openly is like, it hurts nearing burnout, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. Every nerve in my body screams from the pain of incineration. The heat from wielding too much for too long has burning me alive, but worse then the pain is the defeat.
Yeah. And that I think is just so
Xaden.
well, yeah.
But also, it's
like,
very much a
but
characteristic
also
of
it's like
writers.
but you saw it in the last chapter when Violet was like about to sacrifice herself. She was like, the
They're both
burnout is
burning out.
palpable. They're like this is horrible. Like, I don't know what to do. There's nothing I can do. Like, last resort. She was feeling desperate. She was feeling that hopeless feeling, that sinking, destroying feeling of, I don't know what to do. And he's feeling it as well, which I think is like, I think
it's also, this is the, go ahead.
I was like, no, I just think that it's a big deal because this is the first time we see Xaden almost at burnout. Yeah, I was like, I know you're gonna say it. I just
yeah. Because we've seen Violet at burnout, but we have never seen Xaden at burnout because he's normally so calm, he's cool, and we see he's strong. He has a really strong signet, and he honed his signet so well.
Very trained.
Yes, and we have not seen him near burnout like this. So it is like, it kind of sets you back, and you're like, whoa, we haven't seen this before.
And then it's just like the way that he says that is just a lot. And then, then right after that, hearing the sage basically taunting him, saying, oh, like, oh, doesn't it hurt? It hurt, doesn't it? Like, magic is, the way that the sage describes magic is really interesting, because basically he's like, yeah, magic is a bitch, isn't it? Like,
yeah,
really, like, it is so giving yet so unforgiving at the same time. It craves balance and power, and
which is really interesting in how they really talk about magic like it's its own like
entity.
I was about to say entity, but like being entity. Like, they really, you could tell just from how everybody talks about it, but I feel like in this chapter specifically, it's like, how interesting, like, they really believe that it's its own thing, like, own like entity, like you said.
Yeah,
interesting.
How could you not? Because if you think about what people are fighting for, that's what they're fighting. They're fighting for the use of magic. Like, technically, the Venom are fighting for the use of magic. They stole the magic, yes,
but now they're fighting for the use of it.
Yeah. If we break it down and like think about like what it is, but it is just so like it to Xaden, this is the worst thing ever, because after like they talk about the balance, it's like we're taking too much, like Xaden is so there, like he's like, we're taking too much, and then he's like, it's just like the nightmares that I've been having, and
Taryn is fighting above. Let me set the scene.
Yes.
Taryn is fighting above, like, picking off Wyvern so Sigil can stay, like, guarding Xaden.
Yeah.
And Xaden says, what is it about me that fails all the women in my life?
No.
I literally was like, sir,
you need to say that line correctly, because it's not, because that line.
What is it about me that fails the females in my life?
Like, I'm sorry. It's specifically the way that he says that line that makes me laugh. It's not a funny line. It's not a funny line.
But it is funny.
It's just because I feel like if he said the word women in my life, I feel like I would have felt a little less chuckly about it.
Yeah.
But I do understand like why he says females, because technically Sigil's not a woman, she's a female. So like I kind of get it, but it was just a funny funny phrasing. I don't know.
Yes. And then the sage is kind of still taunting and stuff. He's like, I'm gonna give you one last chance to make the right choice so we can get this over with. And I told you once that you would turn for love, and so you shall. And he's still like, you don't know shit about me. Like, no, why'd I do that? And then he does say, I know more than you think. And then he's like, because you're a sage. And he's like, no, I'm not a sage. I'm just a general. Generals die the same as soldiers.
Are you sure?
That's what he said. Satisfaction courses.
No, I know, but that's what the sage says.
Are you sure? Yeah. Or do
Sorry.
they?
Sorry.
Do
Yeah,
they?
it's the do they? Are you
Yeah.
sure?
Yeah. And then he does say, he's like, come on, Shadow Wielder, turn. It's the only way to save her. And then he like is like spit like fuck you. Like really just like no,
Yeah.
like I'm
But
not
then at
going
that
to.
point, like he opens the bonds to see what Violet's doing, and Violet is ready to sacrifice herself, and he cannot fathom a future without her.
Yeah. And um then the general, because we keep calling it the sage, but the general keeps kind of going in and it's like, you know what will happen when you fall? I'll step over your dead body and find her. Then I'll wrap my hands around her delicate little neck and then it cuts her off. And like Fury, like obviously he's so
Mhm.
mad and like knocks him and he had enough strength and adrenaline to like solidify a band of shadows to yank them tight no matter how like but he couldn't hold it. Like
Yeah,
he's not.
Sigale's yelling like hold him, hold him, hold him.
Yeah. And he's like, and drain her. Like he continues the sentence because
Yeah. Mhm.
and he, Zayden like puts a hand down on the ground and, uh, and he's like diving into Sigale's power and it's just not, there's nothing left. And, like you said, she says, hold him. But he goes, but I can't. Like it's just,
Yeah.
to me, that little line is like such a defeat. I
Yeah.
can't. you know and he's like he's too strong, and I have nothing left. um and then he like underneath his hand starts says like a steady flow of unmistakable power like there's is underneath me, and Sigale's like shrieking like you can't, I chose you.
Yeah.
And
I chose you. Don't
I
do
ch-
it. I chose you.
and it's how often do we hear her like shriek like
Yeah.
panic.
Mhm.
And Violet, and then he says but Violet chose me too.
Yeah.
And then it says I reach, and then like then it kind of like skips, and it's like my heart
Yeah.
stammered upright jolting in bed, and I check the back of my neck, like there's no sweat, no aching muscles, no exhaustion, and like Violet's there. And um
I just see Violet sleeping.
mhm.
She's so luckily for us, she's like so overwhelmed that she's sleeping as like
As
hot
she
like,
does.
yeah, as she does like she's passed out, she's tired. And then he looks at her and it is calming, but it's also that weight.
Yeah,
I feel
oh
like he
god.
feels that weight of like
Mhm.
what's going to happen, what's going on. And you know he gets up as quietly as he can, and he wraps himself in his shadows and he says, it's so comforting.
Mhm.
I wrap myself in the comforting warmth of my shadows.
Yeah.
And he walks out the room and he's passing, the infirmary, and he's like, I it's so interesting because like the past days have been so hectic and busy afterwards. We sat here, waited for 5 hours waiting for Sawyer to get out of surgery,
Yeah.
because he lost his leg, and he's walking down the halls and seeing people passed out drunk on the side. He's seeing, people like just still interacting or celebrating, and he's walking and he's like, it's so interesting because the last time that I walked these halls I killed everybody down here. And he's
Because he went to the chambers, like the
yeah.
torture chamber that Violet was
Yeah,
in.
well, because like I mean
And he
he
does openly
walks
say, he's like, I
through
was able to go
bedside.
past the guards because,
Yeah, because of my
yeah. And he
shadows
does
and
say, he's like,
because
I
of
was able
my
to,
increased
like, go
signet.
through. Yeah.
Because of my increased signet, and he is there, and he was like, it's so interesting walking past the, you know obviously through this tunnel of where he murdered
Yeah.
everybody to get to Violet, and now he's sitting there looking at Jack fucking Barlow, and it's just
Yeah.
the, how do I fix this?
Like,
Where's
what's
the
the
cure?
cure?
What's
Yeah.
the cure? And Jack is like, oh, for the for the serum, only the antidote is. And Jack is very much like like you came to like give me the serum
Yeah.
again.
Like, oh,
Like,
like, I'm not
oh,
due to be fed for a couple weeks or whatever.
yeah. And Zayden is very much like, how do I cure this? How do I get
Mm-hmm.
rid of this? And Jack is very much toying with him
Yeah.
in a certain way. You know, he's saying that, oh, there's only the cure is the serum, and he's like, you need to stop. Like, you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And Jack says this quote about power, which I'm sure Ashley has pulled up by now, which she doesn't. So I'm going to keep talking. Jack makes a really great point about why people don't necessarily turn back.
Yeah. And, he does say, and he's like, cures are for diseases. What we have is power. And that, dear Ryerson, isn't curable. It's inevitable. And then he's like, bullshit, there's a way to get rid of this. And he goes, oh no, there's no cure. You can never give back what's taken. You'll only hunger for more.
Yeah.
And yet you just did. And he's like, I'd rather die than become one of you. And he could and he even says, he's like, I could feel the power. Like, there's so much power. And he's like, the craving to sate it. Like, I need. And then Jack's like, and yet you just did. And he's laughing. All this time you go ahead.
No, go for it. Finish.
Well, this is a finishing thing. Go ahead.
I just think that it's interesting because I think it's really interesting the way that Jack says it, like, oh, cures and antidotes are for diseases. Mm-hmm. This is not a disease.
Yeah.
This is just power.
Yeah.
This is just hunger. This is just cravings, which I think is so interesting.
Yeah. And, and he also does say, he's like, at this time, you've been convincing, all this time, you've been convincing everyone you're the hero. Now you'll be the villain, especially in her story. Welcome to our fucked up family. I guess we're brothers now.
Yeah. And that's where Xaden's POV ends.
That is literally the end of she does a good job at cliffhangers. I give her that. And she's good at that type of stuff.
But also it's like that word, we're brothers now, is extremely important to Xaden. Think about who he really considers his family and how close that he holds them. Yeah. And things like that. And to basically hear that he knows that he betrayed them. He knows the ramifications and the consequences of it, and just to hear it being so plainly stated about what role he's gonna play is,
not good. And also how
heartbreaking for him.
Oh, for sure. And also how Jack is like, you've been convincing everybody you're the hero, but now you're gonna be the villain, especially in her story.
Yeah. Because
so ready for it though.
Yeah, because if you think about it within Jack's eyes and what he knows about being a Venin, there's no way,
Yeah. But that is the end of Iron Flame. Good job, everybody. Woo! Woohoo! Good job, Kaylee. Everybody, I'd like to thank Kaylee
Ashley.
for being here and being the bestest
Ashley.
Co-host ever. She's
Thank
great.
Thank you for being here and being the bestest co-host ever. We really do appreciate you, Ashley.
We appreciate you, Kaylee.
Yeah. The bestest co-hosts.
You're the bestest co-host. We are the bestest co-hosts.
You're
us
the bestest
together.
co-host. Yeah, us together.
This is my shiny rock.
No, I want to look at the shiny rock. I also have shiny rock.
Literally. I want the shiny rock. Give me shiny rock. But I have my shiny rock, and look at the shiny rock.
Yeah, you are my shiny rock.
You are my shiny rock. Oh.
Sorry. A little sappy. It's okay.
Just a little bit. But we did it. We made it. We've been doing this book since July. So I'm very proud of everybody that has made it through this book.
That long?
It has been that long. I checked, so I could say that. I know.
Book.
Long time. I know. I double checked so I could say that. But we've been doing this since the middle of July. So good job to everybody. We're very proud. That's when our first Iron Flame episode released. So you guys, if you've stuck around that long, thanks.
Congratulations.
Congratulations
Damn.
is very much in
Fuck
order.
yeah, kids. Let's fucking go.
We hope that you guys enjoy,
Congratulations.
because
Thank
we have
you
a great
guys
time
so
talking
much.
about this book, and we had a great time talking about this series. There's so much to unpack.
Yeah, there's so much to unpack.
We really can't wait to get into Onyx Storm. Like, I'm actually like,
yeah.
getting
We're
pretty
very
hyped up
excited
for
to
it.
get into Onyx Storms and to see like what's going on and like what's happening and things like that. But if you guys were here for our review, that is it. That's all we have for you guys. Make sure you guys tune in next time regardless, because we are going to have our, you know, our big quote unquote review episode.
Our debrief.
Our thoughts, our feelings of the first book and the second book. There will be some spoilers in that. We will also obviously cut it as we normally do.
Yeah, our spoilers and non-spoiler section will still be there, and just get excited for that, because there's not gonna be chapters, but we're just going over our final thoughts of the entire series. So.
Exactly.
Or book.
Yeah, final thoughts of the book, final review, final rating of the book. And just let us know. Drop a comment down below if there's anything that you guys like want us to talk about, or if you guys have any like thoughts or feelings or like big opinions, or also if you guys could drop a comment about what you think the Onyx Storm is going to bring. Also, if you have
not read it.
Yes, if you've not read it,
don't tell.
If you've read it, you guys can't comment that, but you know,
for people that are reading along, what do you guys think?
Yes, for the people that are reading along, if you guys could drop a comment about what you guys are most excited to see in Onyx Storm, I think that would be really fun. Or if you guys have any like fan theories, drop it down below. We'd love to hear that. Thank you guys so much again for coming from the bottom of our hearts. We really do appreciate everybody that listens to us and supports us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, do all of the comments. We also have an email list. So if you haven't subscribed to that, please check us out on our email list. We got a bunch of fun stuff going on. Don't forget about Wednesdays as well. We're going to throw out a new episode, branching into some television media reviews and commentary. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
We're both very big TV people.
Yeah,
book and TV people are kind of our
we're very big like media people just in general. Love to like watch it and dissect it and to do all of the things. So thank you guys so much for that. So make sure you look out for those on Wednesdays as well. And if you'd like to further support us, we also have a Buy Me a Coffee link as well in our bio. But thank you guys so much. We're going to go ahead and jump into the spoiler section now with our beginning excerpt. So hello. Welcome. Thank you guys so much for coming. We finished the book. Let's fucking go. I'm so sorry. These beginning excerpts were fucking crazy.
So good.
I'm sorry, the last one before Zayden's POV.
I know. But yes, we finished the book. We're very happy. We're very excited.
So excited.
Excited.
I will admit, I have some stuff to say.
I'm so excited.
Always me. I always have stuff to say, but I have more stuff to say.
Oh my gosh, baffling. So our first beginning excerpt is: most generals dream of dying in service to their kingdom, but you know me better than that, my love. When I fall, it will be for one reason only: to protect our children. Recovered unsent correspondence of General Lilith Sorengale. I think she wrote that after he died.
Yeah, I know that she did.
Cry.
There's no way that she didn't, because I think that was like a way for her to say goodbye to him in a way, and to promise him that her character wouldn't change, which is really sad. Like I'm like, oh my god, it like I get teary eyed about like Lilith's and Asher's love. I really do. I get really teary eyed about it.
And it's like, honestly, that's one of the the best reasons I'm most excited for like Onyx Storm.
Yeah. I'm mostly excited for the beginning excerpts. I know that sounds crazy,
but it's also like because going back, because like when you're first listening to it, I know we've said it 100 times.
Yeah.
When you're first listening to it, you're not picking, like if it's a really big one, you're like, how interesting. But
Mhm.
going back, it's like, but he was there.
Exactly. It
So I'm
was
really excited to go
there.
see the beginning excerpts for Onyx, or listen, whatever.
Yeah, I'm very, very, very excited about it. I think that it's going to be a lot of fun, and I don't know. I'm like, I love the recovered correspondence that we get to see through that, because yes, we don't really get a lot of Violet's mom in terms of like where she's at in her perspective, but we see the reason why they stayed. We see the reason why they chose that, and how hard and how difficult it was, and them knowing that there's a huge possibility that their children could resent them for that.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that I also loved through these letters, that they really do love, care, and support each other. I think the recovered correspondence really shows like how they know that the consequences could be that their kids resent them.
Yeah.
And that they're willing to do that. And I love that the recovered correspondence shows how much they love each other too, and how much they really are, for the most part, a united front.
Yeah. And it's also like you see that in little dialogues that she said as well, in the like, bullshit, the love of my life was a scribe. When Violet's like, you hate scribes. And then how when she dies and he's like, I get to be with him soon.
Yeah, like she looks at her kids and she's like, don't worry, I'm gonna see him soon.
It like, literally makes me tear up.
Like there are certain parts that I get really teary-eyed at. I really like that part. God. And then honestly, I'm not gonna lie, like when she's like, well, what should I be scared of? And like when he says like, because you love me, I like, kind of, like I get really teary-eyed. And it's because I know this was like the biggest part, like one of the biggest themes of this book is how and what love looks like. But the thing that a lot of people, I guess, don't necessarily acknowledge, recognize, or understand about love, that love is not a euphoric feeling all the time.
No. Love
is not this full sense of joy. It's not this full sense of peace. It's not this full sense of knowledge. Unfortunately, with love comes a lot of like uncertainty, pain, discrepancies, misunderstandings. Like there's so much more that deepens it, that is part of loving somebody and is part of being loved. And I just think that like that specific line for me,
it
I'm
was
like,
so
oh
good.
wow.
And it's also
but
like
also I love me.
I'm also here for this.
I love our brooding emo dragon boy.
I do.
Like, you're right. You're so right. But also, like,
and it's
I
also
can't
like
really
I
say
said,
shit. I feel like I deeply relate to that. I will always be a little emo girl. It's fine. It was never a fucking phase. Everybody can love you, fuck Caitlin. Themselves.
But I really like you said, like that little segment, but it's the 3 lines. It's the, you'll feel safe under the, actually, it's literally right here. Hold on. It's the, because like this is where you should be, you won't be as scared under the full warts, and like the chuckling with it really did it. And then it's her going like, I just fought everything, what could be scarier than that, like and then the you love me, like I feel like it's just that set of lines that I'm just like, and I know we say it every time, the narrator did a great job. She did a great job, and so did what's his face for Xaden.
Yes, did a good job. He did a great job. Like the ending line is phenomenal. Like the way that he does that, I was like, wow, okay.
Yeah, and they both did a great job.
We feel that part. I just, I think that that is one of the biggest themes of this book is, what is love? How does love change? How does love change people? And how does love affect your surroundings and what you're doing, even within a hyper chaotic world?
Yeah. And I think even within that carries into Onyx Storm, obviously.
Oh, absolutely.
Because then it becomes a frenzy of like, how do we fix him? And it's, I think it's also just showing like, you can't fix
Mhm.
somebody that like that's not your job to fix
I also
somebody.
the other reason why I'm very excited to read Onyx Storm is because, she did an interview. I'm so sorry. I'm like, Rebecca Yarros did an interview. That's it. Rebecca Yarros did an interview and openly was like, oh, well, Onyx Storm was a whole love letter to her. So I'm really excited
I
to
am
reread
excited for
it
that.
to maybe get that more of that point of view, because I am not going to lie about it. I did think Onyx was the weakest one out of all three. I'm going to be honest about it.
Yeah.
I did think that the never-ending camping trip was long and it was never ending, and I don't know.
I'm
But
not gonna lie, I don't remember much, so I'm kind of excited to go back and be like, oh yeah, that happened. I forgot.
yeah,
It's okay. I do that with everything. I was rewatching Black Sails, and it was the season 1 finale, which, mind you, is my favorite show. I've only seen it once, but it's my favorite show. And I literally am watching it. I'm like, wow, really? I'm like, Ashley, you've seen this.
yeah. Speaking of great shows, everybody should rewatch BoJack Horseman.
Oh, that's a great show.
It is my favorite adult cartoon of all time. It will
Absolutely, that is
always
also
be.
my favorite adult cartoon.
You guys should definitely watch it.
You should watch BoJack, Gravity Falls, Black Sails, and you should watch Stranger Things so you can join us on our
Yep.
Stranger Things.
I was like, you guys should definitely watch Stranger Things, BoJack Horseman. I have not watched Black Sails, so I can't really say it. But for me, honestly, Hill House, The Haunting of Hill House and Bly Manor,
that is
everybody
such a
should watch.
phenomenal
So,
show. It's so
please,
good.
please go watch it. It was phenomenal. Really loved it.
It's a phenomenal show.
Really great.
Hands down, my favorite work of horror I've ever seen. Like, without a doubt in my mind. It was so good.
I would say it is up there for my favorite modern choice of horror.
Okay, that's valid. I agree with that. Like the modern era of
okay.
okay.
I'm not gonna lie, I have like my tops for like classics. So
yeah, but there is a very big difference between the classic horror and like modern horror. But for modern horror, I'd say it's my favorite.
Yeah, I feel like modern horror, that is really good. For me, I really loved Midsummer. I'm not gonna lie about it. I thought
good movie.
Midsummer was such a great movie.
It's so good.
So anyway,
that's a great movie.
You guys can hear more of our TV and movie recommendations on Wednesday when you guys tune in to watch our Stranger Things episode. So
we don't know what episode is currently releasing as this is released, but actually, I think number 2 just released, if my math is correct. 2 or 3.
I have no idea what you're talking about, and I don't think that they
the
will.
second or third
Ashley's
episode just
really
released.
bad at math. I also want to throw it out there.
I'm actually not that bad at math. I got A's in math literally every single time.
Yeah, you got A's in math, but our episodes are named 29, 28, 27, 29, 28. So I wouldn't
say that's math. I say that's me being dumb.
Okay, so but bad at numbers. So good at math, but bad at numbers. But
it's okay.
Anyway.
But I believe that episode 2 or 3 just released. Or is releasing.
Fantastic.
So, just tune in. We're talking about Stranger Things and our thoughts on the series. So that's really fun. Mm-hmm. But our second beginning excerpt.
Yes.
Is
oh my God, this beginning excerpt. Read it, Ashley. I'm so excited to talk about this one.
We have tried every method we know of as you requested. There's no cure. There's only control. Missive from Lieutenant Colonel Nolan to General Lilith Sorrentino.
I'm sorry. Can you read that again?
Yes, I can. We have tried every method we know of as you requested. There is no cure. There's only control. Missive from Lieutenant Colonel Nolan Colberry to General Lilith Sorrentino.
I loved it. I'm so sorry. A cure for what? What were you trying to cure? Because now Xaden is searching for a cure. So obviously you're searching for a cure for Venom. But also, the thing.
It could be something like that's the thing that's interesting is it doesn't say Venom. Like obviously,
no, it doesn't.
But it could be something else too.
It could be something else, but I think that it's very ironic.
Yes,
I guess.
I think it's very for Venom because there's only control.
Exactly, there's only control, and what are they doing with Jack right now?
Yeah, so that's what I'm curious. Like, is this talking about Jack? Is this talking about Asher? Is this talking about
No,
Herself?
is it talking about Brennan?
Is it talking about
Half of me
Brennan?
is like, did she know that he turned, and when she quote unquote sent him off to die, were they doing experiments? Was that the thing?
And that's why
Was
Brennan
that the
has such a
whole
big...
Yep. Is that why that the resentment grew so much? Not only was in his mind was she ignoring the other people, being selfish and hiding behind the wards for something that is not necessarily correct or
Yeah.
right. You know, you're not helping everybody, you're only helping yourself. But
Oh my gosh.
did she think that he died within like the experiment?
But also, it's hard because it's like, we know he died on the battlefield and Naolan brought him back.
Yes. But also, they knew that Venom existed. It's not like they didn't.
Yeah.
They've
Well,
always
duh.
known.
But do you think he came back but didn't tell anybody, and then she sent them off again? Just like, leave. We can't control you. After the battle.
Maybe.
But how interesting. It might be Brennan.
Yeah. I mean, Ashley has always had a theory that it's Brennan. That Brennan is already a Venom.
If he's not already, he's going to become one.
Obviously a lot of people are like said that it was like Garrick, that
Garrick
turned
or Bodhi
at the end of Onyx, Garrick or Bodhi. But we'll see. I think, now that we're gonna reread it, I think I'm gonna be looking out for that a lot more. But it's also like the idea of what were they trying to cure? Also, can we just note that Naolan was a general?
Because
he's not a sage. Right? He's a general.
That wasn't Naolan. That was another Venom.
Was it not?
You think that was Naolan? Does it say that?
No, it doesn't say explicitly, but like if you think about like where the titles are.
No, I meant you think Xaden was fighting Naolan. Possibly,
yeah.
Okay.
Because
please indulge me, because I'm confused.
Okay. So let's just say this. Naolan is a Venom.
Okay.
Period. It's only been 10 years?
6 years.
6 years? 6 years to become a general? Easy. 6 years to become a fucking sage? I don't fucking know about that.
Well, yeah, I agree with that.
Period. So then this general is incepting his mind and saying, you need a turn. We want you. Yeah. We need you. And also, here's the thing, is Xaden says, oh, I killed him. But did he really? We don't see that fucking body. I'm sorry. Even in this I'm so sorry. Even in this death scene, it doesn't say.
No.
It doesn't say. It doesn't actually say that Venom died. It just said that he, quote unquote, possibly died and fell into the river and is gone.
Well, it says just I killed him. And now he's miles downstream, but he's expecting him to pop back up.
Yeah. But did he actually?
Yeah.
Because I'm also expecting him to pop back up because I don't know about that because I didn't see that fucking body. Yeah. So until I see that goddamn body,
we know that we need to see bodies.
I don't care. That man is not dead. So why would you not think that would be a possibility? Like if we're gonna say that Naolan, because we have talked about it, that Naolan is like the sage or the general or the person that is inflicting a lot of these dreams onto Xaden.
Yep. So and also we do get dreams and like confirmation that right there was like, oh, in my dreams, and so it's
confirmation that it was Xaden's dreams. So. Thinking about it, why would we not think about that, Does that make sense now?
I don't know if that sage exactly is Naolan.
Okay.
Because I feel like
maybe an underling. Him. See, that's the thing is, Xaden didn't know Naolan. Xaden
Are
never
you
met
sure
him.
about that though? Because he was a part of the revolution.
No? Yes, just because he was a part of the revolution doesn't mean that Xaden, as a 5-year-old child, would have seen that man.
He was 13.
Yeah, he
That's
was.
why I'm like, I don't
like,
know
at the
exactly.
end of it,
Maybe
but, like,
in
here's the
passing.
Yeah, but like I don't think enough to be like, oh, I recognize that dude. You see a guy once, you see him again like the second time, like you're not like, oh hey, like I saw that dude on the street. Like, no, you're like, that's just not. You're gonna be like, I'm sorry, how do you know me? You know what I mean?
That's true.
And
Yeah.
also, like, not only that is it's very clearly stated that when you turn venom, it changes your appearance. Your appearance changes.
That's true.
So
you get more like the thing,
like,
but also,
why would you?
But we also see Xaden change, and you could still recognize him.
Yeah, but like, here's the thing: is once again, it's you've only met this person one time, and now they're wearing a mask. Are you going to be able to tell that that's that person that you met one time?
That's true. We'll have to see. We're going to have to see if that plays out. I don't know. I don't know if I 100% agree with that one.
I'm just saying it's a large possibility, or at least an underling.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that he's not Venom. I'm just saying I don't know 100% if he was fighting Naolan at that moment.
Because here's the thing. Wouldn't it be interesting if Warwick was the sage and Naolan was the general?
Yes, I'm 100%. That'd be very, very
because
interesting.
Asher is dead and I don't care.
Asher is dead.
They burned that body. He is not a Venom. I refuse to believe that fan theory.
Yeah, I agree. And then it's also interesting how Venom, like, he openly says, oh, like, how does burnout feel? They know what burnout feels like.
Yeah. So it's like when you turn Venom, is it like a requirement that you have to be close to burnout? Like, is that like a requirement that you have to push yourself, or do you just draw from the ground?
I wonder if just I think you could, at least how I interpret it, is you could draw any time, but you feel it more the closer you are to burnout. Like, you feel the power underneath you more, because it's, hey, here's a booster. It's kind of how I see it.
Okay, sure.
But it's interesting that they know what burnout is. So I guess that does maybe, like, he was a writer at some point.
Well, it's clear.
Yeah.
I think that it was pretty clear
that he was a writer at some point. Yeah, for sure.
He was, because of the way that he talked about it.
Yeah.
You know? It's you're close to burnout. Like, doesn't it hurt? Like,
but
it's fine.
Can we talk about the emotional manipulation that the general?
I mean, I did put it down.
You did. That was you. And like
I did.
He was like, "You're gonna turn," and like very, and like how he was holding him by like strings, but also like that was such a metaphorical string as well.
Yeah. It was also like one of those things where you could tell that the emotional manipulation came into such a big play, especially for Xaden. He's feeling tired. Mm-hmm. He's feeling burnt out. And then hearing all of the insecure thoughts that he already has himself be spoken out loud to him, like, she's going to die, and it's going to be because of you.
Yeah.
And but also, like, okay, this is a little bad, but do you think that he turned because he really thought that Violet was going to die? And do you think that he would not have turned if Violet didn't open that bond right then when she did? Because Violet reached out. It wasn't him.
No, Violet reached out.
Violet opened her bonds. So do you think I know this is going to sound really bad, but do you think that if Violet would have kept her bonds closed, that he would have turned? Because I don't think that he would have.
I don't think so.
And
but
I know
that's not on
really,
Violet, though. That is it's not.
It's not on Violet. It is on him. It's on him because he made that choice. But I think it's really interesting how much Violet's emotion can sway him.
Yeah. But
also,
like, she's going to die. And it's also, he let the shield down, too.
Yeah.
Like, for her to feel.
I mean, but it's also like I feel like his shields were down much earlier within the battle because he openly was like, I don't have enough strength to hold this,
Yeah.
so that because I have to let this go so that I can hold this, you know?
Yeah.
So a little half and half, but I think about that. I'm like, do you think if they would have kept their their shields up that he would have turned?
I don't think so.
Interesting.
I
But
think it
it's
would have
also like,
turned eventually. I don't think it would have been at that moment.
yeah. But it's also like one of those things where it's like this sage. I find it also interesting the way that Xaden says it. He's like, I broke the bonds that he had over me and I
Mhm.
killed him.
Yeah.
So it's what bonds did this guy have?
Yeah.
In what way? I just find it so interesting that, like, you know, the sage is already there. Like, you know, like he's been having these dreams, and
Mhm.
this like emotional manipulation has been happening for months.
Yeah.
Like, this is a buildup. Like, if we think about this, the nightmares happened beginning of this book.
Yeah.
This has been going on for the entire year. And I feel like it is so different. You can think about something for so long, but the moment that it's vocalized, like that one big fear is like said out loud, I think it makes it so much more powerful.
Yeah.
And like the idea of you're already burnt out, you're already tired, you're already so broken, you're already beat down. And then
It's
to
gonna make it
hear
so
that,
much worse.
yeah, and to hear that. And I just think that it's interesting because we see this a lot within all of the other Venom.
Yeah.
All of the other Venom are really big on like emotional manipulation to get people to draw power.
Yeah.
To get them to feel weak, to get them to feel hopeless. And it's so interesting to see that
It's a very interesting
happen
tactic
and
and
play
that it
out.
happens.
Also, just in general, like what an interesting analogy.
Mhm.
What an interesting analogy for depression. Isn't it, little
Yeah.
buddy?
Yeah.
I mean, just little
You're just putting
things
it
to
out there.
think
Yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree.
Yeah, I was like, you know, just little things to think about.
Yeah.
But also, it's like this general was from Russin.
Mhm. It's the
This
same
was
one
the
from
same
Russin.
one. That's why I'm like, do we think that he's actually dead?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think so. I never saw that body.
Never saw it. Don't believe it.
I don't believe it. I never saw it.
Yeah. I agree. But it was I was very excited to read the last two chapters because there's so much foreshadowing into Onyx of like,
Oh, absolutely.
we know he's going to turn. It says it at the end of this book. We know he's going to keep pulling. Well, we know he's going to keep pulling. We
Yes,
know
I would agree.
that he's now part of this family that we're not. We get more.
Yeah.
We get a lot more information about the Venom through Xaden next book. And I'm hoping we get even more through Xaden through the next fourth book. But
yeah, because there's a lot of stuff that's like unexplained, but like the emotional manipulation, the idea of now Xaden is joining this family that he doesn't want to join. Xaden like holds family as like such a big part of his life.
Yeah.
You know, the addiction to power.
And it's he very much, and I love this, it's like this book is very much a chosen family thing, and I was being forced into a blood family, if that makes sense, in quotes. And it kind of shows how toxic that can be. And I'm like, I'm here for it. Yeah.
It's
torture the characters.
Very interesting.
It is.
I'm excited, you know.
I am excited.
It's gonna be good.
It's
regardless.
gonna be so good.
I mean, and Onyx is good. It is a good book.
It is.
I just think that it was the weakest out of the three. And that's just my opinion.
And that's fine. It's like, just because it's the weakest,
as for now,
like it.
As for now. Yeah. As for now, weakest one out of the thing. But you know, if we think about like where it's placed, it normally is.
It makes sense.
Like in book placements, I'm just saying.
Yeah, it makes sense. It's the middle of the road.
Yeah. You know.
Yeah. But do you have anything else you'd like to say?
I think that is it for me.
Wow. We finished it, you
Wow.
guys. Everybody, congratulations. We made it.
Congratulations. Yes, we made it.
Thank you for
Thank you guys.
liking, commenting, and subscribing. We really appreciate it. Make sure you like, download, do all of the buttons. And we have an email list, so go follow that for some Q&As, polls, questions, all of the fun things behind the scenes. And we have a Buy Me a Coffee now. So if you'd like to support us in any way, shape, or form, that's an option, and we really appreciate it. And the last thing we want to say to you is,
What did the void say to you?